2.7 discusses different ways to combine functions. So, if you have a function f of x and g of x, so we can assume they're both functions, there are 5 different ways to combine them. 4 of them are easier than the last. But the first is by adding them. The second is by subtracting them. So basically you add and or subtract all like terms. So basically you combine like terms. The domain for these is the domain of f of x and g of x. What that means, the and specifically, what this means is where both of them work. So the domain, all the x's that work in both f of x and g of x. And that domain covers f of x plus g of x, f of x minus g of x, and f of x times g of x. So, in effect, that means whichever domain is smallest. Generally speaking. That's not true all the time, but generally speaking, that's true. The last one, f of x divided by g of x, you put one over the other. And this is the domain. It's the same as the top, so I should say, instead of rewriting all this, same as 1 through 3, and we'll label these 1, 2, 3, 4, except the denominator cannot equal 0. So wherever the x, so the same as the top, except the denominator cannot equal 0.